Welcome to the OAPN Podcast with your host, Adarsh Sakare. No bullshit, no cuts, 100% raw conversations with 0% fucks to give. We don't encourage the consumption of alcohol, but if you want to open up a cold one while you watch this, it's not a bad idea.
Welcome to episode number 45 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. We released the 44th episode yesterday with Aisha Fatima. One of the most pleasant and sweet episodes, I must say. So if you haven't watched that, definitely check that out. Today's the beauty of today's episode is we've done 40. This is the 45th episode, and I keep saying like every episode is unique from the other, but today is even more because we haven't met someone from this field before, and honestly, I know we are going to get a lot of insights, at least in terms of passion and chasing what you love and the struggles that it holds. But even part of it, even I'm not fully aware of what these responses are because I'm also new to this field. So join me. I think I'm with you on this episode on figuring this out. So join me on this one. Before I talk more about him, let's say hi to Devraj Venkatesh. Hi, Devraj.
Hi, bro. How are you?
Good, Dev. So your friends call you Devraj, Dev.
Yeah.
So nobody calls you Devraj.
Only my dad.
Your dad calls you Devraj.
Yeah, because he named me.
What does Devraj mean?
King of gods, I guess.
King of gods. So that brings me to his name. So I was asking Dev, right? Like we all have a tag that we go with. Some go with doctor, some go with fitness instructor, gym instructor. I might call myself a podcast host, and I asked Dev, what do you describe yourself as? And he says, I'm the Himalayan King. So let's start with that. So why the Himalayan King? Why is Dev the Himalayan King?
When I started riding, Himalayan people thought you can't ride that motorcycle because it's heavy. Like it's like 200 kg. Like people are so used to Impulse, which is a lighter bike. So I started doing same monkey tricks on the Himalayan, which is heavier bike. And I did some of things that people didn't do on it. So that's how people started calling me the Himalayan King. And then I liked it too, so I got stuck with it.
Is it there on your Instagram?
Yes.
Does it say the Himalayan King on your
Yes.
Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. So a few things. Dev has been a champion on the national level. Dev rides his bike more off the road than on the road.
Yes.
And he tells me he doesn't do the Sunday morning bike trips to Nandi Hills.
Definitely, I'm not one of those.
He doesn't do it.
No.
And not just that, like, he's had his own personal journey in terms of making this his career. Like, this is your career, right?
Yes.
Racing is your
Yes.
career.
Yes.
And in a place like India, like, I don't even know how that works, right? So, for him to have these brands associated with him, to make money out of this, really is like super amazing, but at the same time, very surprising.
It is.
That it has happened. So that's what I'm trying to explore on this. So if you know him, great. This is your chance. It's also the first time he's going to be opening up like this. If you don't know him, well, you're going to take a whole new perspective from this episode. So Dev, we'll start with something very basic. What is Devraj's relationship with his bike?
Okay.
Why does Dev love his bike so much? Where did it start?
I think it started since very young age. My dad had a RX 100. And then my uncle started racing in 98 or 99. And then he taught me how to ride a bike. So then I watched him race all the time. He was winning on national level. He won multiple. And then my mom's cousin joined him, my mama basically. So they both started winning everything in the early 2000. And then my other cousin also joined them. And then it's me. And then I have two younger cousins of my uncles. So they both are racing now. And that's how it all started for us. It's just a family thing for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the family was never against racing then? I mean...
Oh, no.
No?
That's what everybody thinks. Oh, he comes from a background of racers, so everything is easy for him. No. My dad used to beat me up, dude. He used to chase me off the racetrack. Like, you know Belly Gida, right? Alle murkondu alle ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. This is the fact. I've never shared this anywhere. Alle ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು, and he used to scold my friends, "Avan gadi kotra gadi sutaktini." So this is what he exactly said, my friends. So I had my own track, I agree. But I always learned the skill, but I never had the money to race. Like when you're in college, your pocket money is like 200, 300. But racing, it takes a lot of money, effort, everything. I didn't have, but I had the track. So my uncle gave me a bike through somebody. So his name is Manjana. So he gave me the bike. So I was racing. My dad got to know Manjana is giving me the bike. Because he used to give my uncle back when he was racing. So he called him. He's like, "Nan magan narma badre chanagirala." This is exactly the words he said. And then so when your dad is saying that, nobody wants to support you, and like it was done. So that's how it all started.
So did your dad make a lot of money through racing?
No, my uncle was a racer. My dad was against my uncle racing.
Okay.
So and then my
So your
dad
uncle,
was
your mom's brother.
my dad's brother.
Your dad's brother was a legit racer.
Legend.
Okay.
He's known as the Godfather. Like he's like too good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's too good. And then my mom's cousin Vijay Kumar, so he joined him as well. They both like was winning everything out there, like
across the country.
Yeah, and international also.
Yeah.
One was like Kiladi in Supercross and Motocross off-road, and one was the best in road racing. So I had both the world seeing, and but my dad was against it because he saw them get injured and all that. And my dad was always like, Odu. Never said I wouldn't, but education was the first priority.
For your dad?
Yeah.
So your dad never raced?
No.
Okay, but he was very aware of the journey because of his brothers going into...
Yeah.
Did your uncles make a lot of money in racing at that point?
Not really. They got into factory teams, but back for that time, I think they were doing good.
Was their main source of income racing?
Yes. They were professionally into racing because they didn't come from a good education background or anything. So they did their 10th and stuff. And then they were chilling, I guess. And then they started racing. And I think they did great in racing.
What are they doing today?
Today, my uncle is a businessman. Both of them are into business. They have their own thing.
Okay.
And their kids are in racing now.
A business related to racing?
No.
Something completely...
Yeah, real estate.
So why that transition?
I think because they finished their career in 2007-10. I think they were like done with the racing. I'm like, Sako.
Okay.
Yeah, along this, they built that other profession, what they're currently doing. So they built the business along with racing, and so they got
eventually took over.
Yeah.
And their kids, how old are you, by the way?
I am 30.
You're 30. So how old are their kids?
One is 18, he turned 18. He does off-roading. His name is Mamba.
Okay. Mamba.
Yeah, we call him the Mamba. So his name is Prajwal. And the younger one is Chirant. So he does road racing. Okay. So my uncle used to do both. But he split the kids into individual channels.
Divide and rule.
Yeah, divide and rule. But they are doing really good in what they're doing. Yeah.
So they are sure that their kids are going into
I am
racing.
sure they will whoop everyone's ass in the next few years.
100%.
One already won the championship. Younger one won 10 out of 10 races. And he's 14.
Lovely.
10 races this season, 10 wins. And this is just his second season of racing. So I think they're doing good.
So you're very aware of the industry.
Oh yeah.
You're very aware of who is who.
Yeah.
You're very aware of, if you look at someone, you can tell if that person is good or not.
Yeah, pretty much.
How good do you think you are?
I think I'm good in what I'm doing right now. And I would proudly say that I'm the only privateer who has the support or sponsored to go racing. So only few privateers get supported by brands or a store or something. So I think I got lucky in that. So I don't really spend out of my pocket to go racing or whatever content I'm doing.
So so two questions, right? So one is we spoke about how the difference between a privateer and a factory racer. Let's talk about that first. And second, if you can tell me how did Dev get discovered?
Okay.
How did a brand discover Dev? These two things, if you can tell us.
I think I'll start with me, how I got discovered.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So my friend has a park called Tribal Adventure. His name is Sanjay. He's a professional racer.
Yes.
So I had a break in my racing career. After I finished my degree, I wanted to go pro mode, but my dad whooped my ass and he put me to US.
What did you study?
MBA. I went to US, lived my life, the American dream, did everything possible that we see on TV. So I had amazing 2.5 years of my life. Then I came back and I still was continuing partying, messing around. So I had no focus or not even had a wildest dream that I'll be a racer again. So we were partying and chilling. So Sanjay called me one day. Like, you speak well, come over, we'll start coaching people or something. I said, nange interest illa. Kudkon haramagidini, don't bother me. He's like, hey, nin baaguru. Like, I went, so he had dirt bikes.
Okay.
So dirt bikes is always my love. So he was like, nee note so he put me into this shit.
Temptation.
He gave me one bike for all myself. Like, it's proper dirt bike. So dirt bike andre, you'll love it. So I started riding. So then he started asking me to come over regularly. So I was also liking to ride dirt bikes. Then people started to come over. So they wanted to train with us, learn how to do this shit. So that's how it started, and I got stuck there. Tribal Adventure. So what I'm running today.
Okay.
And then a group, I would say, like acclaimed riders. So they came over and they wanted to do a training session. And we did it, and they had the Himalayan, like a test ride bike. That's the first time I ever rode that machine.
The Himalayan.
Yeah, Himalayan. Then I hit a jump on a motocross track. Nobody had ever done that before. I hit it, and the owner of the showroom got the picture. And he said everywhere, like he posted, shared in groups, like Sanjay is hitting motocross, Himalayan is capable. Then after 2-3 days, he got to know it's not Sanjay, it's Dev. Then everybody's like, who is this new kid?
Who is this Dev?
Yeah. Like, because nobody knew about me. Nobody knew about me. And then he called me over. He's like, do you want to represent our
that
team?
showroom?
Showroom. His name is Rohit, Acclaim Motors.
So he owns a franchise under Royal Enfield. Okay.
So he called me over. He's like, do you want to represent us in Rider Mania? We'll take care of everything. I'm like, lottery. So let's do it, brother. And
lovely.
Yeah, that's how it all started. So we went to Rider Mania. First race, we did good. We won a few things. And they were like impressed. And like that bond with the Rohit built. He had the boys Gajan and Sharad. So they were like giving me the bikes regularly. I'm like, bro, I'm here. I want to practice Gadi Beko. They were like, okay, bro, next 30 minutes I have the bike. I'm like, wow.
This is
like, not everybody gets to do this. And then we finished Rider Mania. We won. He was very happy. And then Sanjay put me one more shit in the head. Why don't you race? I'm like, I don't want to race. Like, no, you race. We get to practice here because we had the facility to train. So not everybody gets that.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I think looks good, sounds fun. And then again, more people started coming in for training as well. So I was spending
Tribal Adventure.
So I was.
What is Tribal Adventure training for?
It's basically off-road training facility.
Off-road training facility. And where is it?
Devnali.
Devnali.
Yeah.
Oh, psych.
Yeah.
We should
hit
there
you guys should come over.
Yeah.
So I was just doing this part, and then suddenly I asked Rohit, will you give me the bike to race INRC, which is the National Rally Championship.
Okay.
He's like, sure, buddy, we'll give you all the bike support, spares, everything, whatever. I'm like, yay. And then there is the race weekend now. So this was around May in 2019. So first race, it was called Indian National Sprint Rally Championship. It's a shorter format of longer rallies.
Okay.
So the organizer said, they gave me the entry. I'm like, and it's happening in Tribal.
Okay.
So, a good start for the first race. And I had no money to buy tires, to be very honest.
Fuck.
10 grand was a pair of tires. Now I don't know what to do. So I was working with, I think, Dell. Yeah, I was.
You had a corporate scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've worked for 4 years.
At Dell?
No, Cisco and Dell. Yeah.
Different corporates.
Yeah. So then, I think 2-3 weeks before, I trained one batch. It's called HTRZ Mods. It's in BTM layout. So those group had come for breakfast ride. So we host them. Then I called him. Like, Sibin, can you hook me up with some sponsors so I can race? He's like, okay, come over to the store. I'm like, BTM. I say in Sakar Nagar. Yaar, Guru. This is very honest. So I went all the way to BTM and it was around 8:39 in the night. So he introduced me to the owners and all of the store owner, Niaz and all. Then he's like, what do you want for the weekend to race? I said, Guru, nanatra tire illa. I want a pair of tires. He's like, okay, bro, you'll get it tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow. I thought he'll approach the brand and the brand will send.
Hmm.
But the funny part was, forget all the brands, we are gonna support you. I was still nobody then. They just saw me ride one weekend with them.
Hmm.
And bro, like next day I had
New
tires to
tires.
race. And I raced my first race.
Hmm.
And I won it against all the like big names.
Hmm.
I had 26 seconds lead in my category.
Bah.
My first race.
What is the length of that track?
It was 7.5 kilometers, 8 kilometers.
Okay, and how
So-
long does it take to complete a lap in that?
I think 7 minutes or something.
Okay.
But
okay.
me and the second guy, who's also a friend, who's also been racing for a while. This was my first rally, and they all had experiences.
Hmm.
The top 5 guys who finished, all after me, all had experience.
Hmm.
So I finished, and then 26 seconds. Home track, practice ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That's how we won.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine.
Irli.
Then
Maatadi.
2-3 weeks later, we had a race in Puttur.
Hmm.
So
Andhra.
Rally D Mangalore. So Puttur, we went illi Panja, Puttur,
Okay.
Dharmasthala hatra.
Okay.
So we did it. Again, I won with 17 seconds. Then everybody was like, and then before that, I had a jump. So in motocross track, nobody does motocross in Himalayan. My photographer was there, Gaurav, who shot me first time. So I got excited and I hit like a small jump, but I hit like 30 feet. Like everybody flipped. Who the hell is this guy out of nowhere? Like 30 feet on a Royal Enfield, like no modification. Like everybody flipped and the brand noticed.
Royal Enfield.
Yeah. Like the few guys in the brand noticed. And then that's how it started. And then when I won, everybody was like quiet. Like the second round. And the next 2 rounds also I won. Like first 4 rounds of the series, I won all straight. So that's how I got into the racing scene.
And now let's also talk about the difference between a
Factory
privateer
rider and the
factory.
privateer.
Yeah.
So factory rider is basically somebody who's supported by TVS Racing. For example, so now India has 2 factory teams. One is Hero, one is TVS Racing.
Okay.
So guys who represent TVS Racing or Hero Racing, so are factory riders. For them, they don't have to worry about shit. They wake up, go sit on the bike and race. Like
Everything is taken care.
That's clean for them. For a privateer like me, to race when you have to arrange transport. For me, for the bike, for service, stay, uta, and jate bararu, my mechanic, everything I should take care. For them, it's not like that. But to get there, you have to work your ass off. Factory ride doesn't come easy. Like you have to be 100%. Only those guys get in. So now why I am not into factory racing is like I'm not so dedicated. Like I don't want to do racing 100%. So I get to do content and stuff, like collaborate with brands. So I'm happy with where I am at, and so that's how it is. Like
That's the
factory
difference.
racing is like you have to give your 100% to them.
Are you making more money than a factory racer, you think?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is there more safety being a factory racer?
Yes, everything is taken care. You have insurance, you get salary, you get bonus and all that shit. So for privateers, it's not that way. But like if you use your brains, I think you can make it better. And now that's the best part. I can work with any brand now as a privateer. Factory riders can't do that.
Yeah, they are restricted to one.
Yeah.
They can't do a private collaboration, all of
Exactly.
that, because they
everything
won't allow
has
that.
to be, taken
Through
care
paper,
by
signed
through
contract,
factory.
and they won't make much of the deals they get also.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a margin.
Yeah.
So let's come back to you a bit, right? Now, when this transition into all these opportunities were happening, what were your mom and dad saying? They're also looking at, now you're an MBA, right?
Yeah.
MBA holder from the US.
Yeah.
What is an MBA holder doing on a bike? Like, and what are the parents saying?
They're just hating me. My dad is like, ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮಗನೆ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೇಲಿ ನೀನು ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ, ಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಶೋಕಿ, ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿರು. That gets like crazy when I get hurt.
Okay.
So obviously you can't hide. So ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ something happens, I go home. 2-3 months my dad doesn't talk to me. Like he's just hating me. My mom, she has no choice. She has to help. So she used to come like help me like ice pack or hot bag, something like that. So she started in Maga, she can't let go, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she was like, she accepted the fact, and slowly she started helping me. She used to wash my race gear and all that. So she started helping me that way. But my dad still hates me for the day. Like even today when I go out racing, he's like,
He doesn't
why
like
do
it.
you do this?
I think it's mostly about the risk of life.
Yeah, now that I'm married, he tells his associate, tell him to stop. Why does he want to do
He's
this?
trying to shoot it from that
yeah,
side.
yeah. But the funny part is my wife loves me racing. Like she wants me to be out there and race. So yeah, that's
We'll talk about your wife in the next bit. I wanted to ask you this question, a little personal,
yeah,
but I anyway wanted to ask.
yeah, shoot.
Like you would have earned different amount of money at different points. What is the max payment you got at one point for whatever? Don't disclose name, nothing. What is the max number you have seen in one deal?
One deal, like per day, I get 50 grand. Like per day, like for 2 hours of my time. Yeah, for 2 hours. Just and
What are you saying, boss?
and just ride the bike in inside. You've seen that Cyber City in Gurgaon.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like 7-8 rounds of that.
And you can get paid that much.
Yeah, this was
Oof.
like in the beginning of the year. This year.
So, how long has it been since you started seeing this type of lifestyle?
I think 2020, dude. I
2020
think
it
a lot of
started.
people hate 2020, but I love 2020.
That is where you discovered
yourself. Yeah.
That is amazing. God bless you. Now let's talk about your marriage. Where did you meet her?
Yeah.
Did she fall for the bike or you?
I think no. I think she fell for me. Like I wasn't even a racer when she fell for me. I think she's my lucky charm.
Okay.
So she fell for me because I was partying and messing around so much. I was like basically a bad boy. But after I met her, my life started changing. That's when I met Rohit from Acclaim team and all that. So that's when I started to become a racer, more focused. Madbeko anta. That's when it hit me. Now she hates me, dude. Like, ನಾನು ನೀನು ಆ ಥರ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಮದುವೆ ಆದೆ, ನೀನು ಈ ಥರ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿ, ನಾನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ and she says sometimes, but it is what it is. I think she's been the biggest support. So yeah,
she likes whatever you do. She likes the whole.
Like I got a ACL tear recently. I was shooting for the brand.
Yeah.
So I was just doing monkey stuff, not even shooting. So me and the photographer, like he's a good friend of mine. So we did something and I landed on a stone, like just by dancing, and I tore my ACL. So yeah, then it was just 2 weeks after we got married.
Oh my god.
So madhve agid takshana she started doing the save. So it's
oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know what. That is. It's as blunt.
Yeah, because
as
a
it
lot of
gets.
people get to do it in later part of the life. That's how it started.
It was
for her.
waiting for her.
Yeah, so yeah, she was very supportive. She helped me. She wiped my ass, all that shit. So it's good.
How has life changed after marriage?
Yeah, I think.
How has Dave changed before meeting her to getting married?
I think I've become more serious in life. ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು and things like that. And I'm trying to play it safe. Now, after the injury, things changed. Earlier, I was just a racer. So now, once you're injured, like you're 6 months out of the game. Like, and people forget, bro. If you're not doing a posting,
People
6
forget.
months, people forget you.
Yeah.
So my luck changed. I started hosting races.
You started hosting races. What does that mean?
Now, earlier I was a racer, right? So there has to be an organizer. So now I organize the race with the promoter of the sport. So his name is Sham Kotari. He runs the two-wheeler rallying and Supercross. So he called me one day and he said, like, do you want to organize the rally? I'm like, boss, my brother is not in town. So he's like, it's okay, fine. It's gonna be like a comeback. So we are off for a year. So my brother is not in town. So we're like not running tribal adventure much. So we're keeping it very limited. So this was like a comeback for us. So like, you have to step up your game. Now I'm not racing. Like I'm fading away, but I still want to be in the scene. So what better way? So now you're organizer. So everybody sees you in a different perspective. Like basically you're the boss to run the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes boss, we'll do it. So I looked up to him, Sham.
What is your role as an organizer?
So I run the show basically from building the track, getting the permissions, on the race day, running the race, everything from start to beginning we have to take care. So then I said yeah, and then we did a successful rally.
When was it?
In August this year.
Okay.
So to do that I took 1 month off from work because I had to build 20 kilometers of.
So you're working somewhere right now?
I was in
Okay.
Cisco. I was in Cisco.
Okay. And you
So I
left?
quit in October.
Reason being?
I got too busy with doing organizing.
Okay.
To be
okay.
very honest. So 2 months, like a month break, and we did a successful rally. So you have to control 20 kilometers of road, like off road basically.
That's a
like
lot.
it's basically 3-4 villages. You have to control the people.
Oof.
And I'm just 30, and I think I'm the youngest organizer to do that.
That's
Like we
crazy.
did very good. Like we were successful in doing it. Yeah, there were a lot of dramas from the villagers, but somehow we managed, begged, borrowed. Somehow we finished it. And I think after that, I hosted 5 other races and events. Like back to in one weekend, I was so busy. I had to host 3 events in a weekend: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like 3 days in the weekend. Like we had to do it. So that's how, like, my perspective changed now. Like, we can do much more. And it's good money too. So you're a racer, you spend money. Organizer, you make money.
I understand for the racers, it's their passion. Why are brands putting in money into this? To showcase their bikes or to showcase what?
Yeah, see, TVS is our Desi brand. So they are doing it, what the machines are capable of. Hero.
To showcase.
Yeah, Hero has X-Pulse, which is like a Sasta adventure bike in the country. So they want to promote the brand. And MRF is like our main title sponsor for the races. So MRF has tires, right? So they're promoting. To be honest, not really big brands don't do shit for racing, to be honest. Only I think MRF is the automotive brand that is doing. And TVS Racing does some sponsorship. But other than that, I don't see any other brand supporting the sport.
The reason being there's no enough audience? Is that what it is?
That's one thing, and there's very limited people in this industry. And like they see, for example, now MRF is a tire brand, right? Why did they put sticker on Virat Kohli or Sachin?
Because
so
their face is
the
known.
reach is way beyond our expectations. So a racer to be somewhere there, I think it's unless you're Valentino Rossi or Toby Price in the Dakar. So it's not really big. So when one of our own racers who went to MRF or somebody to approach for a race for Dakar, his first Dakar, they rejected him. So like they were supposed to hold our hands, but they just let go. Like they don't give a fuck, to be honest.
When you compare it to a sport like kabaddi, what is your thoughts on that? That is a sport that is picked up even faster than we thought.
Yeah.
And something like what you're doing has to be in ahead, right?
Yeah. I think this year there's a change in our sport as well. In Pune, they started something called Supercross League, Indian Supercross League.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it will take a good shape and, give us the scope. Or forget me, I'm old, 30, I'm done. So the younger
30
ones.
is old in this.
Yeah, like you're really good until you're like 27, 20. Like in
After
US
that,
and all, they retire by 28. 27 is like the oldest.
Really?
Rider. Yeah. So in India, we keep going as long as we do. Yeah, I get to race with people above 50 as well.
Oh.
That's the passion we have in our country, but it's not appreciated or supported. I race people. I think all my very good friends, like a brother, he was 49 or 50, he won the championship last year. Can you believe it? At 50, he's winning against all 25s and 30s. He
Young
worked
blood.
everyone's ass. So, yeah. So, I think it's very underrated and lack of support for us here.
What all cities? So Bangalore has this scene. What all other cities?
Pune.
Okay.
Pune was like the best or the top city for motorsport or anything. I think then comes Bangalore. And I think Chennai has the circuit racing culture because they have the circuits there. Track is in Chennai, so they have one in Coimbatore, one in Chennai. So Chennai has the circuit culture, and then Buddh circuit, like everybody knows. And Gurgaon, those guys have some. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Everywhere else there are riders, but it's not like wow. And there are amazing riders in Northeast. Nobody knows that Northeast has racing culture.
Really?
Yeah, I recently went there to Assam Guwahati to host a race. Like
Mad scene?
Like mad races, like very talented kids. But they're all young, dude. They're like all 22, 23, like all young and like fit and fine. But there's no much. I only didn't know most of the races there. Only one or two come out of the city and race. There was like at least 35 good races, and they never came out of the city.
Are these events telecasted by any chance?
No. It's only YouTube live telecasted, but other than that, there's
nobody has ever telecasted.
No.
Do you think that should happen? Can happen?
That should happen. It was happening back in the days when my uncle used to race. Star Sports used to telecast it. But now I think nothing's happening. Recently we did a event for Hero. It's called Hero Dirt Biking Challenge. So where they picked up riders from all around the country, and it's supposed to be telecasted in MTV. I don't know when. I hope it gets telecasted soon.
When you like even say what about the audience? Like, are people allowed to buy tickets for these things?
Dude, racing is free to watch. Like, you don't pay to watch. Like,
but
it's
I think
free.
that's the problem. No, you need to charge people. I think
I guess so. Yeah.
Free, then they're thinking maybe it's not that entertaining.
So we hosted the race last month in Bangalore. Sorry, December 6th. There was Supercross in Bangalore. We had crowd at least like 3,000 people out there.
Oh!
Yeah, it was a successful event again. Like, we loved it. So the crowd was amazing. So there's a new concept now. It's called Indian Dirt Fest.
Indian Dirt Fest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's this organizer promoter called Jaidas. So he's a little crazy. He brings up collabs like this. So he's collaborating with the company called Being Creative. You know what the concept is? Morning we race, evening is the podium ceremony, right?
Yeah.
But an artist will be playing for the ceremony. So in Guwahati they got Nuclear to play. Can you believe it?
Oh, killer!
Yeah, we had
killer.
3,000 plus crowd in Guwahati.
They'll also pull more people, no?
Yeah. Like, we were all surprised. Like, Guwahati pulled in 3,000 plus people for the concert. And racing in the morning, evening you have the concert. I think it's a cool concept. They're working on it. Slowly they're building on it. So I hope they do something better next year.
What is Dave's future looking like? What does they want to do?
I think so. Basically, my future is tribal adventure. So
let's talk more about tribal adventure.
Yeah, so
how's it going? What are the plans?
We were not working much for the last 1 year. Earlier, we used to do. We basically in Bangalore, if there is a race, we are the ones who will take care of it. So
that's 100%.
100%.
Anyone comes to Bangalore, it is going to be tribal adventure.
It is racing wise. Yes, it is. We are like the guys
top class.
Yeah. And there are other facilities also in Bangalore. Like, Bangalore has the highest facilities. We have 4 training grounds for people to go off-road. So tribal adventure, again, we started it with love. And it's like basically a family thing for us. My cousins train there, I train there. We're bringing more younger kids. So our vision is that we want to produce the best racers in the country. So that's the only thing. So we don't really focus much on the breakfast riders part. Breakfast riders are, no offense, bro. So basically, a lot of people do touring and stuff, right? So we train them as well. Like, they go to Leh Ladakh or somewhere and they encounter a situation, get stuck in a mud pile or a slush or a log.
Oh, so that's what you train them for?
Yeah. So that is one part of our training, but we focus more on races.
But I think that is where the money is, no?
Yeah, I guess.
Because most people just want to do that.
Yeah. Most people. So we've built the facility in such a way, like, everybody is welcome. Like, you have flat track, dirt track, supercross track, adventure park where you have put obstacles and things like that. So, and we have 4x4 as well. So and also we collaborate with brands to exhibit their product. For example, Jeep Meridian, the 4x4 car. So we have a 4x4 track built for that. So like, you've seen the car goes up, down, all that fancy stuff.
You get
to do that. Yeah. So the brands get to do that. And we're currently focusing on racing much rather than, training. And it's not like that I don't like that part, but my mind is not there yet to go on the rides, like backpacks and ride. I'm not still there yet. So I don't do much of riding. That's one thing. So
So, I mean, a lot of people ride to travel as well.
Yeah.
You have not had that interest to
Dude,
travel
the
long
longest,
riders.
The longest I've done is like 95 to 100 kilometers in one
Are
go.
you serious?
That's because I had to do that to complete the race. Or else my longest is what, like 220 kilometers in 5 or 6 days, because we were shooting for the brand, my first project. So I had to ride to shoot, right? So I noted the odometer, and that's how much I've ridden so far in my life. That's the longest I've gone. Like, people think, so I do racing and stuff, so I will always be out there, right?
Yeah.
No, I honestly don't own a bike, dude. I don't have a bike.
What?
I swear I don't have a bike.
I was just about to ask you, like, how many bikes do you own?
But I still have 3 bikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are these
so
three?
First one is my Himalayan Acclaim
Okay.
Motors gave me. So I still race on that. I practice on that. And then the guys, HTRZ Mods guys, who I approached. Like, I had no bike to race in 2020, I guess. So I called them up. I approached somebody else. They said they'll give. And in the last minute, they were like, poof, can't say la. Then I called these guys. Like, they were like, okay, fine, give me 2-3 days. Bro, the race is Saturday. Thursday, I have a brand new bike. Like, brand new from straight out of showroom. These guys went crazy, dude. HTRZ Mods. Like, they just went and got the bike.
Which one is this?
X-Pulse, Hero X-Pulse.
Oh.
I'm like, that's the bike I wanted to race on. And they got me a brand new bike. And I'm like, okay, and we won. On a showroom bike, I finished on 4th out of the 32 best riders in the country. Like, the best. It's like an enduro race. Like, on a stock setup, I did that. And everyone like, who the hell is this guy?
No mods, nothing.
Yeah, nothing, dude. And I don't like to mods. I won my first championship without doing any mods. Like, zero, just the tires. And again, we went to IBW last week, and they got me one more bike. Like, recently, they called me. They're like, how's the 4V, which is the latest version of the X-Pulse? I said, bro, it's good, it's fast. And in Assam, I also raced on that bike. I said, it's fun, it's fast. They're like, okay. And in IBW, I have a new bike. Like, straight out of showroom, and that's the first time. I'm like, yay.
And all this is just given to you.
Yeah. Yeah, all I do for them is refer people to the store. And pretty much I win most of the race. I come back with a trophy. I don't come back empty.
With that bike.
Yeah.
And that's what they want.
Yeah.
Are your pitch?
And I don't know why they love me so much, but yeah, that's I've been blessed like that.
Yeah,
Like,
God's
I don't own a bike, to be honest. Not even a scooter, bro. My wife has a Vespa. I ride in that. I just own a car. That's it. So I don't have a bike. Like, people, when I go Instagram stories where you put questions and stuff, how many bikes do you own? I'm like, nothing, bro. Zero. I never owned a bike. And there's a fun thing, like, we have the team tribe, right? So one of the kids, they're like local guy who supports us, and he's like, he was talking to Sanjay, like, Anna, Gunda atra vandu gadi illa. They call me Gunda. Vandu gadi illa, but Instagram nodi, prapanchalli ira gadi ella, he has it. I'm like, yeah, I get lucky. Like, you name the bike, I've done shit on the bike. But I don't know. I think not everybody gets to do that. Like, I think I'm lucky enough to do that. So yeah, recently I shot for Harley Davidson.
What?
Yeah, on their Pan America adventure bike.
Okay.
So I'm in their page now. Like, I made it to the Harley Davidson page. I've shot for BMW.
On their website?
Yeah, I mean on their social media, Instagram and stuff. I've done for BMW. I've done for Ducati. Royal Enfield is like my mother. So that Royal Enfield put me out to the world. So I think I've done like 5 projects for them.
So Royal Enfield has almost taken care of you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
And you have taken care of the bike as well, right? And their brand.
Yeah.
How has social media played a role? Like, I look at your reels, and first of all, like, who's making these?
Yeah, that's one more thing.
It's really, man, like, I mean, it's one is having good music, one is the quality of the visual, third is the energy, the vibe that it's able to capture. Who is it?
So I worked with few guys, like I said, Gaurav, who shot me first, and then dude, he got lucky, or he has good talent. So this brand picked him up, Turbocharge. He worked for Overdrive and all as an intern. So I lost him, and then I found a guy called Wheels in Frame, Nihal. So he graduated out of college. So then I asked him for a project. And dude, he was so chill, bro. He's like 21 and he's like, "Id madu, it tonda shot." And bro, I got it already. I'm like, what do I tell him? He's already doing shit. So that's when we started loving his work. And there are like some of the good photographers like Man-Made Machines. So I collaborate with him for most of the times. When he has some small project, gives me a call, I go do with him. There's AY Visuals, Trav, like few of the good photographers I've known. So I've worked with all the best photographers in the country.
Lovely.
So that's how, if
content.
Trav does something, we'll do something better. Like Yurgella Bap is Man-Made Machine. When I work with him, like these all kids look up to Man-Made Machine.
Yeah.
So when he does something for me, I'm like, that's like the best.
That's a level.
Yeah.
You've hit that top class.
So
stuff.
I recently in IBW, I had 3 of the best guys to shoot me. I'm like, yay.
Wow.
So things like that happen, and yeah.
Has Instagram given you work?
Yeah, that's how I got my first project. This guy Shashank from Royal Enfield. So I think he was in the contents team. So he used to text me once in a while. I was not even following him, dude, to be honest. So somebody is chumma texting, yaro ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬಿಡು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು. I also didn't have much knowledge back in 2019. So end of the year, I won the championship, all that. He messaged me and like, call me Arjun, give me your number. So I was very like more introverted guy. I'm like, nam yak guru tele no, he's gonna. Then he's like, I'm busy now. Like that was before New Year. So I had an accident before the New Year's 30th. So I had 15 stitches on my thigh. So a stone guy came and hit me. So I got stuck between a Tata Safari and a truck. My Active was like smashed to like total loss. I escaped with just 15 stitches on my thigh. So I was in that frustration, and he calls me, he messages. I'm like, Guru, why? Yeah, I don't want to talk right now. Then, okay, call me tomorrow morning. He's like, no, I want to call right now. I'm like, he calls and he's like, bro, there's something coming up with Royal Enfield. Do you want to be part of it? Like, what? Like, we're launching new colors for the Himalayan. We have a concept for you. I want you to be part of it. So this Himalayan with red and black color. So that was my thing. So I said, okay, fine. What should I do? He said, no stunts or anything. Just basic stuff you do. Ride it in off-road. And I just came out of hospital. And the shoot was like 3 days later. 4 days later. First week of January. I was like, opportunity barade kammi racers ge. Why to let go? I'm like, I went to the doctor. He's like, just stitch. Don't squat or anything. The stitches will open. Like 15 stitches. I said, okay, fine, boss, I'll come. What is the scene? I never told him that I had this accident stitches. So they booked the tickets. I went. I did my first shoot, like 5 days in GB, Manali, all that area. Like I've never been to the hills before.
So first time.
And definitely Gadi Vatsakanta I wouldn't have gone unless it was racing. So I went. I loved all that. And the best part was it was released in lockdown. Yeah. They made such good content. Like they gave me like 30 seconds to 45 minutes of my own video for that red color motorcycle. And I did lot of slides and all that, which was like basic stuff for me, but it looked wow for them.
For them it was amazing.
So they posted like amateur racer, all that about me. I'm like wow. And then overnight I became popular. People started recognizing.
Social media.
Yeah, Shashank is the man
who made it happen.
Yeah.
So, how many followers did you have, say, a year ago?
I would say in 2019 I had like 1,500 or 2,000 max. Yeah. Post-COVID, I think we are at 26 now.
No, you're at 26. And I feel like it's a pretty organic profile.
Yeah.
There's, it's just your followers who are there who wait for your content. Now, do you plan your content or it's still like unstructured? Do you have plans content madakke?
Like I said, I love working with different brands. I like to ride different bikes. So now I'm planning to do something like vlogs and stuff. Not like Guru will nashta tinta idiri. Not like that, but more of like, how you can do something like, okay, we are at this obstacle today. How we gonna clear it? More of like a instructional videos kind of stuff. That's the plan for 23.
with tribal adventure only you can do all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this,
yeah.
no?
That's
And also
the
promote
reason.
the place.
Yeah, yeah. That's tribal is my home. That's where I showed all my monkey stuff. So why I call monkey stuff is because no, I don't do it like normal stuff.
Normal.
Like when I do a jump, I would like to leave a hand or leave a leg or do. That's my
You
signature,
want-
man.
Yeah.
So all those monkey stuff. So that's why Sanjay calls it koti cheste.
Koti cheste.
So I call it monkey tricks. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ fancy sound
Fancy.
ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ monkey tricks ಅಂತ. So that's how it is.
How do your friends see all this, Dev? Your friends are supportive?
Yeah, pretty much. Most of them are. I have very limited friends now. So
Okay.
when I was drinking and partying, I had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So I cut some of them. Some of them I let go.
Mm.
So now I have very good friends like one called Macha, I need this. So people like when I told you when I was injured, right? People who came home every day got me shower or put me in the commode to poop and all. Friends like that. I have more of friends like that. Like one is Fat Bro, Kirti. Like these are all guys who were with me since college. It's like I used to borrow my friend's bike, make him sit on the back. We used to do wheelies. But we never did it on the roads, main roads or anything. So we used to do it on roads, but only Kali roads or village roads where we don't bother public.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much, nowadays like a lot of people do it on the road. So we, even beginning, we never wanted to do that shit. So those guys are still with me. So now how my friends are, my gym trainer became my close friend now. Because no bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Earlier I used to get drunk and go to his class and dance. So he used to do volley aerobics. So now gym melene we have a bar. So madhyana go sit, get drunk and go evening dance. So I was like that. Now I don't even drink anymore. Like it's become like that. Very rare. Go to the very rare. One pint I'll be like done. Haktela.
Yeah.
So it's become like that now. So I was in Goa for IBW 3 days. All I had was one beer for 3
Really?
days. Yeah.
So you don't feel like having it?
No, like it's basically like that. It's like no.
Maybe marriage also has a role to play in that.
No, dude, my wife is disappointed in
That you're not drinking?
Yeah, like
She wants you to drink.
yeah.
How blessed
I
this
know.
guy is.
I know, like
Wife wants him to race. Wife wants him to drink.
Yeah, like she hates me, bro. Like,
shit.
like so I don't like to drink, so I don't take her to bars more. So I like to go to restaurants now. She's like, she likes drinking mocktails and stuff. So in a good restaurant, you go and get that. She's like, she hates me for that. So I'm like, yeah. And like you change right over a period of time. Like you get tired of doing something. Like okay, we'll do better.
Let's do something else. A lot of, I'm sure like some of the people who have watched till here have also watched you because they look up to you or they have some dreams. Okay, racer agana anta. Like something for them. See, God's been very kind to you.
Yeah.
In terms of giving you opportunities, brands, money, all of this, right? But of course, there are people who will have it harder than you.
Yeah.
But they want it as much as you.
Yeah.
So
Or more than me.
Yeah, more than you.
Yeah,
in fact,
yeah,
right?
I know.
What would you tell them?
I think do it right. Like I said, really learn it in the right place. Don't go do it in the road and you might kill somebody or you might get killed. So do it in right place, it will be appreciated. And there are racing opportunities also now. Like I said, TVS Racing has their own racing plan in road racing. So all you have to do is just pay the entry fee. They give you riding gears, they give you bikes, fuel, food, everything. You just have to go race and come back. I think that's the best opportunity anybody can ask. Now, if I have to go racing, I have to fix my bike from tire to everything. I have to taken care. But there, it's taken care. Like TVS Racing does it for you. Honda does it. I think, those two are the big guys in the game right now. So anybody who wants to do it, they can do it in a right way. Unless like now, I used to steal my dad's Pulsar and go jump. Like seriously, my uncle had a Victor, or I even learnt in TVS Excel. Like that's the best thing we could afford at that time. My friend had a Excel for his store, grocery store. I'll buy you that this and that. I used to learn in Excel, bro. Like and that has today helped me. Like the way I used to do corners in that, today it helps me. So like that, now there are facilities to train. Back then there was nothing. So only I had, because my uncle had the facility done. So we used to train there. Now there are 4 different dirt parks in Bangalore alone.
Oh.
So you can.
So the
go
scene
in.
is bigger.
Bigger
Definitely
and better.
bigger.
So anybody can help you train, or like riding gears availability back then. Somebody is coming from US or somebody is going there, you have to get it through them. It's like too expensive. Now you get it all here, cheaper than US.
Cheaper.
Yeah. So there are stores, like we have our own Desi brand called DJ Designs. Like imagine from when I started, there was nothing. Now we have our own brand.
Desi brand. Where we manufacture here in India.
Yeah, and he designs himself.
Wow.
So, and he's a racer himself too.
Lovely.
Yeah.
In all these injuries that you had, like, ever thought of giving up?
Every time, bro.
Yeah.
ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಗುರುಬೇಕು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಚಿಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋಣ ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಬೈಕ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಐಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಲವ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಡೂಡ್ ಬೇಗ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್
to the scene.
That's how it is. I think for everyone in the sport or whatever they're doing, you'll all be like saga guru, like done. But again you'll want to get back in some way. Some way or the other. So in ours, like I said, I explored the organizing part. Now I'm still part of the game. You are. So somewhere I have to be in the game. I have to be in the scene. I want to watch it because I have my younger cousins also coming up. Now I have to be in the scene to watch them grow. And
be ready. Create a better space for them. So that when they are ready, you can be the one to really give them the platform.
So now when they get messages or something from some brand, I wear Rocky, but like I talk to the brand because I at least have some knowledge.
What negotiation, what to speak.
Dude, I didn't even have profile when I got sponsored. Like I created all recently. So now I already have it ready for them. So like the things are getting better in the sport also. And a lot of kids are coming, all under 16, bro. They're like super fast. Like I told my friend who recently, he did a Red Bull Romania international race. So he's like, Macha will race next year motocross. I said, dude, 16-year-old kids are going to whoop our ass. ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೆಸರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ವೂಪ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಐಮ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಜೆನ್ಯೂನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ like they are fast, bro. The parents are putting in money, they're supporting them. They're
crazy. Amazing to see.
So
Dev, I think this was like really refreshing, this conversation, and I think you've been one of the most honest guests, right from thoughts to language. This is who you are. But amazing, Dev. Completely new perspective, completely new world. It's important that people get to know about this. It's very important. And like you said, it's good to see that now more parents and people are supporting kids with these dreams. And you haven't left the scene. You're making the dream, you're making the platform better, right? So thank you for sharing all of this. This was...
and thank you for getting a person out of the world into this world, and this is my first time here, so I was excited. It was fun, bro. I thought it will be something else, more of a serious stuff.
No.
But this is like, I think I can do this all day long. It's like that.
That's
like it's
compliment.
basically talking to your buddy.
But the next time you are here, we'll sit with a drink.
Definitely, bro. Of course. One day.
One, no? Next episode, we'll sit with a drink.
Definitely.
And also, like, what I would also want from you is, I'm sure there are more people in your space who have amazing stories, right? Amazing stories. Please connect us with them.
Definitely,
right? After this episode, I'm sure that I want the OAPN podcast to be in a place where it supports stories of your field.
Definitely.
Right? From the racing field.
Definitely.
Capture those stories, document them. Because, see, now, for example, today you spoke about tribal adventure so much. 10 years down the line, your company is going to be in a very different space. But I want to be able to capture that journey on this podcast. Right? So, even in your field, please call us anytime. Even a young racer. Say, for example, if you notice a young racer who's really killing the scene, let us know. Let's get
Sure.
him here.
Sure, and
Let's-
there are women in
yeah.
our sport too, like
Yeah.
who are doing good. Like my
Mm.
closest friend Aishwarya Pisya.
Okay.
She recently entered Big Boss too.
Nice.
And she's an international racer, bro. She's won the world championship. I think
Yeah.
her story has to be put out. So,
Lovely. So let us know about these folks.
Yeah,
We look
yeah, I
forward. Thanks for being so open about it. Sorry if I've asked a few immature questions.
No, I didn't feel that. I would
I
say I'm
was-
sorry if I answered immature.
No, man. I mean, for me, it was definitely like a common man's perspective, right?
Yeah.
I really just wanted to get to the basics of things, which I really enjoyed. So, thanks, Dev. Thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank you.
This was episode 45 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to get connected with Dev, let us know. You can reach him out on Instagram as well. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should definitely do that. It's a pretty entertaining profile and you'll enjoy it. So thank you for staying till here. For those of you who did, see you all soon.